Are you over 60 and feel like your long hair no longer has shape, life, or style? Pay attention. Because today I'm going to show you what no one tells you about long hair for women of our age. And the most important thing, how to transform your mane into a symbol of elegance, freshness, and health in less than an hour, without spending a fortune or resorting to drastic changes. Should you cut it? Should you let it grow? What shape flatters your face best at this age? Stay tuned, because in just a few minutes, you'll discover the most common mistake that's aging your look and how to avoid it starting today. The main problem with long, shapeless hair: as we get older, we also gain experience, stories, and yes, some changes in our faces. The skin becomes a bit more delicate, some areas become more pronounced, and that's completely normal. It's part of aging gracefully, and there's nothing wrong with it. But there's something that often goes unnoticed. Long, shapeless hair can make those changes more noticeable than necessary. When the hair just falls straight without movement or volume, it's not helping. It doesn't frame the face, highlight the beautiful parts, or soften what we may prefer not to emphasize. It's like a flat curtain, doing very little for you. Many women over 60 feel like nothing suits them anymore, but they can't figure out what's changed. They buy new clothes, try different makeup, accessories, and still feel like something's missing. And you know what? A lot of the time, it's the haircut. Long, shapeless hair can make the face appear longer or even a bit droopy. Sometimes it takes the brightness away from the eyes, and other times it makes the neck and shoulders look less defined. And that affects how everything looks together. And what about the ends? Over time, hair naturally becomes finer. And if it's long and lacks structure, that effect becomes even more obvious. It looks weak, lifeless, and thin. Are you enjoying these tips? Then don't miss my ebook, More Elegant Than Ever. It's a complete handbook to help you refresh your image. Link in the description. Now, let's talk about why this happens. Why does this happen? The truth is, the reason is pretty simple. When hair is very long and shapeless, it doesn't complement the natural changes happening in the face over time. It's normal. It's part of the process. And that's exactly why the haircut we choose should help us, not work against us. Ideally, it should highlight what we love most about ourselves and subtly downplay what we'd rather not emphasize. But if the hair is long, straight, and shapeless, it just falls and does none of that. In fact, this kind of haircut can create a visual sense of weight, as if it's pulling everything downward. And of course, that can make the face look more tired or dull, even though inside you're full of energy, vitality, and attitude. Because listen, the problem isn't the length itself. The real issue is the lack of shape, layers, texture, or movement. Hair without life doesn't reflect all the vitality, elegance, and personality that you carry inside, and that's where a good cut makes all the difference. It's not about transforming yourself or cutting just for the sake of cutting. Sometimes, with just a small adjustment to the structure of the hair, the change in your image can be huge, and for the better. Your hair can be your best ally, if you give it the shape it needs now. So let me show you the best alternatives to look radiant after 60. Alternative number 6, soft layers that frame the face. Layers are one of those small changes that make a big difference, especially after 60. It's not a radical change, but it is one that can completely transform how you look and feel about your hair. The best part is that they add movement, volume, and that touch of freshness that we're often looking for. Instead of the hair falling heavy and lifeless, layers allow it to move lightly, as if it has more energy. The ones around the face are especially lovely because they frame the face in a very flattering way. They highlight the eyes, soften the features, and add brightness to your expression. They can start at the cheekbones or lower, depending on what you want to emphasize, and they integrate naturally with the rest of the hair, without harsh cuts. Another thing that's great about layers is that they make hair look fuller and healthier. By removing a bit of weight from the ends, the hair recovers volume and feels lighter, even if it's fine. And if you don't like spending hours styling your hair, you'll love this too. A good layered cut keeps its shape with minimal effort. You can style it easily and still look put together and stylish. Alternative number 5, textured bob. The bob cut is one of those classics that never fails, and after 60, it can become your best ally. It's elegant, modern, and super flattering. And the best part is that there are so many versions, so there's always a bob that fits your face, style, and lifestyle. One of the loveliest and most practical versions is the textured bob. It adds movement, volume, and a fresh vibe without losing that sophisticated touch. Unlike a completely straight bob that can sometimes look a little stiff, the textured bob has soft layers that give lightness and dynamism to the hair. If you feel your hair has lost some thickness over the years, this cut could be just what you need. The layers and medium length create a sense of more volume and body, even if your hair is fine. Usually this cut reaches chin or shoulder length, which helps frame the face in a very flattering way. And it gives a visual lift, like a mini facelift, without going through any procedures. It's also super convenient for day-to-day life. You don't need to spend hours styling it. It holds its shape, looks good with little effort, and even looks great on the second day without washing. Perfect if you have a busy schedule or simply prefer something practical and pretty. And you're not the only one who'll love this cut. Women like Helen Mirren, Naomi Watts, or Jane Fonda have worn different versions of the bob with tons of class. This proves it's a style that works at any age. To keep it in shape, just visit the salon every 6 to 8 weeks. In between, you can use a soft texturizing spray to highlight the movement without weighing it down. Alternative number 4, straight cut with rounded tips. If you like to wear your hair a little longer, but without that curtain effect where it falls flat, there's a cut you'll love. The straight cut with rounded tips. It's a very simple way to maintain length, but give it life, movement, and a modern touch. Unlike a completely straight cut, which can sometimes make your features look a bit harsh, this one has a slight roundness at the tips that softens the face and creates a natural volume effect. It's not about layers, but a softer finish that makes the hair look fuller and healthier. It's a style that suits almost every face shape, but especially if you have a rounder or squarer face because it helps soften the angles and creates a very flattering visual harmony. Plus, it's super easy to style. With a brush and dryer, you can turn the ends outward and you'll have a neat look with movement, no hassle. It also looks beautiful with soft waves if you want a more relaxed vibe. This cut is super versatile. You can wear it smoother for events or with more texture for everyday wear, and it will always look stylish. Women like Jennifer Aniston have worn this style for years, showing that longer hair can still be elegant and very current after a certain age. And if you're curious about trying something a little shorter with just as much chic appeal, wait until you see the next idea. It might surprise you. Alternative number 3, long pixie with soft bangs. The long pixie is one of those options that many women discover later on and wonder why they didn't try it sooner. It's a softer, more flexible version of the classic pixie cut. Unlike the traditional style, which tends to be very short and sharp, the long pixie leaves more length at the top and the bangs, giving it a much more feminine, light, and adaptable feel. This cut has a special charm for women over 60 because it enhances your features in a subtle but effective way. For starters, it adds volume right at the top of the head, which visually gives that flattering, lifting effect. Plus, the bangs help soften the forehead and highlight the eyes, making them shine even more. One of the things women love about the long pixie is that it's youthful without trying too hard. It doesn't try to make you look younger by copying 20-year-old styles. It adapts to your current stage in life, highlighting your personality and beauty naturally. It's a great option if you have fine hair or if you've noticed it's become more fragile with time. Since it's shorter, the hair weighs less, reducing breakage and making it look healthier and fuller. And though it might seem like a very specific cut, it's actually super versatile. You can wear it styled to the side for a softer, more elegant look, add texture for a modern, relaxed vibe, or even style it with waves in the back for more character. With just one cut, you can achieve several different styles, which is always handy. Many women we admire, like Jamie Lee Curtis, Judi Dench, or Gillian Anderson, have worn this cut with tons of class. They prove that this style has character, sophistication, and presence. Of course, since it's a more defined style, it's worth visiting the salon every 4 to 6 weeks to keep the shape. But trust me, the result is worth it. You'll always look polished, fresh, and confident. Would you like something a bit more in between? Then don't miss the next cut, which might be just what you're looking for. Alternative number 2, midi with volume. The midi cut is a style that falls right between the chin and shoulders, and it's perfect because it gives you the best of both worlds. It provides the comfort of a shorter cut, but still keeps that sense of femininity that only a little length can offer. If you add some volume at the crown, I guarantee it becomes a super flattering option, especially for women over 60. The best part of the midi cut is that it suits almost every face shape. Since the length is medium, it helps soften the jawline, which is great if you feel that area doesn't have the same definition it once had. Also, the volume at the top has that natural lifting effect that we all can appreciate. This helps give a fresh touch and lifts the face, which is always a bonus. What makes this cut so special is the contrast between the softness of the medium length and the volume at the crown. That play of textures not only gives your hair more movement, but also helps prevent it from looking flat or dull. Like long, straight hair can sometimes appear when it lacks dimension. To create that volume at the top, your stylist can use layering or cutting techniques to give density where you need it most. So even if your hair is fine, it will look fuller and livelier, as if it's full of energy. Now, if you're not ready for a full cut yet and just want to add more movement and vitality to your hair, wait until you see the next tip. It's just what you need to give that extra touch that will make your look even more spectacular. Alternative number 1, hairstyles with movement. Beyond the cut, how you style your hair can really make a big difference in how you look and, most importantly, how you feel. Hairstyles with movement, like soft waves, add life and dimension to any cut. Soft waves, for example, are super flattering because they add texture and volume without being too artificial or structured. Instead of leaving the hair completely straight, which can fall flat around your face, the waves create a natural, dynamic frame that subtly but effectively illuminates your face. And the best part is you don't need complicated tools or spend hours in front of the mirror to achieve them. You can apply volumizing mousse on damp hair, twist a few strands as they air dry, or use a large barrel curling iron to create wide, natural waves. Just like that. What really makes these hairstyles work so well is that they add dimension to the hair, creating light and shadow effects that brighten your face and highlight your best features. Plus, the movement in the hair gives that sense of vitality and energy that perfectly complements your spirit. These styles are ideal for special occasions, but if you want something subtler, you can easily incorporate them into your everyday look. Even just a little volume at the roots and subtle movement at the ends can make a huge difference. Women like Jane Fonda and Susan Sarandon have worn these hairstyles with movement, proving how incredibly flattering they are at any age. And to make sure your hairstyle stays full of movement all day long, use lightweight products like texturizing sprays or soft-hold mousses. Forget about heavy products that weigh down the volume and take away the natural feel of the movement. Remember, it's not about following passing trends or trying to look younger. It's about finding a style that enhances your beauty as it is today, complements who you are, and makes you feel confident and wonderful. If you made it this far, drop a "I deeply love myself" in the comments so I know you're part of our community of women who shine from within. What you learned today is just the beginning. My ebook, More Elegant Than Ever, will show you how to dress for your body type, choose your best colors, and so much more. The link's in the description. And only the first ones to grab it will get all the exclusive content, because you deserve to look like a queen.